Kia ora and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a kind of pen testing video. It's still going to do some watercolor painting and stuff, but I'm more focusing on 5 different pens that I have bought. They are all waterproof pens, and yeah, I thought I might as well do a little video on what I think about them. So I got 3 of them in a pack together, so that's these ones. So all from Jackson's website. You can see the Jackson label here. They're all supposedly waterproof, which is what I'm hoping for here. So I got a 0.1, 0.5 and a 0.3. Yeah, so all pigment fine liners here. Then we've got 2 other ones here. We've got a uni pin fine liner. So this is a brush tip, and has the waterproof and fade proof thing done here. But this is a dark grey, which I'm excited about. And then we have a sepia one in 0.5. So that's all the intro. I'll be doing the same drawing for all of them, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I haven't got any stuff down here or anything, so we're just gonna freehand a little bit. It's all the same photo. Ooh, so I've used brush tips before, but I haven't used them in a while. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can. But it is not quite black, which is honestly quite cool and a nice shift. So I like using not just black fine liners because I find it adds quite a nice amount of variety with line work and like just the paintings in general. And I figured trying brush tip would be quite fun because they also add quite a lot of variety in just how they work. So the model for this painting, or for these sketches, is my beautiful cat. She is just a grumpy queen, I suppose. It's hard to hate her, even though she probably hates everyone, except me. She would never hate me, you know, but it's a very cute drawing. I think I've drawn it before here on this channel, but I think it's quite nice because it's all contained in a box, literally. So that was my thinking here. So that's the grey fine liner. Maybe I'll do a little bit of shading just to see the different line weights you can get. And it shouldn't matter because in theory it will be painted the same. Hatching is not my strong point, hence me doing a lot of watercolor painting and not pen drawings. It's got quite a nice variety of line weights. You can get some quite thin lines, which is good, and what you kind of expect from brush pen. And you can see in the box you get quite nice thick lines if you want to. Now is the sepia one. Maybe I'll do that one next to it. I'd like an excuse if some of these sketches turn out really bad, because usually I do the sketches off camera so I can have it facing me, and then when I paint it, it's not as confusing to look at. But drawing sideways is honestly a skill. Good thing these are just quick sketches. And sometimes that's the nicest thing to do, is just the quick sketches without worrying about any accuracy or details. There she is. This is a beautiful colour, I have to say. I wasn't sure what to expect with this one, just because it's brown, but I wasn't sure what kind of brown I was getting myself into, especially since sepia, even though they say it's sepia, it comes in different tones and variations. So this is quite a warm sepia, so this is not quite the neutral one you might see in some of the watercolour sets. It's more similar to maybe a burnt umber or a Van Dyke brown, but it is still really nice, and it is a good shade. Like, sometimes they're not dark enough, like they feel too light to be able to be a good watercolour fine liner. Should I bring out my classic... Oh, sorry about the buzz. Should I bring out my blue one? I'm not sure. Not sold yet. There's quite a few. There's 3 more. I'll do them quickly. Ooh, that is a good black. Is it? Yeah, it's facing the right way. This is quite... This is a very nice dark. Very black, which is good if you want that harsh, very like line. The only difference with this compared to my standard Uniball ones that I tend to get is that these ones, if you push too hard, the nib itself, I don't know if it's focusing or not. I don't think it is. That's rude of it. But the nib itself pushes in on itself. And it kind of sucks. I've had a few teachers try, when I was at high school, try use these and ruin them because they didn't know how it worked, which sucked. But as long as you just understand that they can be quite delicate to use, the actual nibs, then it's fine. And then maybe a small one. Oh, this is quite nice and thin. So this is the 0.1. I'm kind of not really going off the reference now. I should look back at it. My beautiful cats. But the good thing about like the 0.1 is that you can get quite precise lines. You can go smaller. And that's what it's quite good for, is for the finicky lines. And the thinner you go, the more detail in theory you can get. Yeah, I'm just kind of going off memory now. It's just such a beautiful image to draw. Gotta get it memorized by now. And then one more. And then I think I'll do a painting off camera just to see how I want these to kind of look. And then I shall do maybe one on camera and then give you my final thoughts on these, because I haven't used any of these pens before. I kind of just went stuff it and got a bunch of pens to try out, so I'm trying them for the first time here. I did use the brown for writing in my diary, so that was quite funny. So I had a taste of the colour, but I didn't know what I was getting myself into with paint over top, so it should be interesting to see how it looks. And the hope is that I don't need to worry about these being waterproof, because they should just be waterproof. It is important when looking for pens to use with watercolour to check if they do say that they're waterproof, because some you're just like, oh yeah, that will obviously be waterproof, and it is not. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and paint one of these, see how it looks, and then I'll come back to you and do one on camera. So I haven't actually finished painting the painting. I got distracted and wrote underneath each of them the pen I used. so far this first one is turning out quite nice with the watercolour. It's not bleeding in, which is good to hear. But I also forgot to mention that how much I paid for them, and so the Jackson ones, these three, the 0.3, 0.5 and 0.1, they came in a set together. They were like the cheapest waterproof fine liners on the website that I could find. Cheapest set anyway, because sets of fine liners can be quite expensive, and I was like, I'll just go for it. Like, no harm, no foul. So I just bought them. I'm not sure what I was expecting. They came in a cute little cardboard box, the three of them. I think there was a bigger set as well that had about 5, and then might have been another one that had 10 in it as well. But overall, I think it has a good variety of pen sizes in the set of 3. Personally, anyway, I think it's a good range. And so that was, might have been about between 11 and 15. Oh no, I think it was like 12 New Zealand dollars on the website. The grey and the brown were each the same price. They were on special, I believe, for $5. Same website, Jackson's. So that's quite reasonable for waterproof fine liners, I've found. So I was pretty excited when I saw that. That looks quite interesting with the grey. And this looks interesting with the brown. Ooh. They had a few different colours. I think there was a light grey. Might have been a blue as well, but I decided on these ones. So yeah, that's how much they were. They were all in New Zealand dollars, and shipping was like an extra $10, which, you know, shipping's gonna do you dirty like that. But no, it was good. They came all okay, no damages, which is always appreciated. So yeah, those are the practical side of how I got them and where I got them and how much they were. But use-wise, they were very nice. They've been very smooth to work with. And I love trying coloured pens with watercolour. I always think it creates an interesting outcome, especially brush pens, because I had one brushed pen, like, I think maybe a couple years ago, and it was definitely a different experience to work with. And this one's very nice to use, I find. Like, I had no issues with it at all, which is really good. And then the sepia is a beautiful colour. It was good to work with, and it's definitely creates a different atmosphere for the painting and like the drawing itself, so it's quite cool. So I'm gonna sorry for saying so much, but I'm going to finish painting these, and I'll show you, and yeah, I'll get back to you in just a second. Okay, I'm back. Well, it's been like no time at all for you guys, but I've taken like a good 5 minutes just adding to these paintings, and I'm pretty happy with where they're at. I'm just doing the eyes as the final touch, and I'll just talk to you guys about my thoughts. First impressions, okay, remember this, I haven't used them for a long time. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but first impressions, they've been great to use. All 5 of them are really nice to use. I quite like the set because it was affordable. It's always a bonus. But it was an affordable set of 3 black fine liners with a good range of variety. And these 2 were very fun to get. They're really nice to use. They're waterproof clearly. And definitely if you want to change up from using your classic black liners, it's a good route to go. I also have a blue fine liner by the same brand, which I really enjoy using. Except it's a uni ball, so it's got a ball in it. But overall, those are my thoughts. on these pens, and I hope this video was interesting, fun to listen to, and yeah, thank you guys for watching and have a good day.